Good morning to one and all. Today we are discussing the next topic that is nothing but Globus Toolkit Architecture, that is Globus Toolkit Architecture GT4 architecture or GT3 we can mention. What does it means exactly in the sense? Globus Toolkit started in 1995 with funding from DARPA. Okay, it is an open source middleware library for the grid computing communities. What I can say, it is started in 1995 with funding from DARPA. Globus Toolkit, it is an open source middleware library for the grid computing communities. These open source software libraries support many operational grids. It support many operational grids and their applications on an international basis. Okay, on an international basis, we the software open source software libraries support many operational grids and as well as their applications on an international basis. So the toolkit addresses the common problems and issues related to that grid resource discovery and management and communication, and we want to say security and fault detection to detect the faults and the portability. Okay, the toolkit addresses these are the common problems and issues related to that grid resource discovery and management and communication, security, fault detection and portability. So the software, the open source software grid itself provides a variety of components and capabilities. Itself it provides some variety of tools and capabilities. So in this open source middleware library, it includes a rich set of service implementations. It includes a set of services. It includes a rich set of service implementations. Here we include the current released version is Globus Toolkit 4. It includes a resource monitoring. The resource will be to monitored and discovery services, and we want to say some job submission infrastructures and security infrastructures and data management services. The version GT4 Globus Toolkit, it includes here resource monitoring and discovery services and job submission. What that infrastructure it includes, what that the security infrastructure and the data management services. Now we can see what is a Globus Toolkit architecture. Now what is a global toolkit architecture? Here we can say the Globus Toolkit is an open source software. What source software? It is nothing but open source software. It provide the grid infrastructure management. Grid infrastructure management, it supports the Globus Toolkit. It supports grid infrastructure management, and it is an open source software. So here the toolkit addresses the common problems and main issues related to that grid resource discovery and management and communication and security, and one more we can say that to detect the faults and portability. So in this we can say the Globus Toolkit was initially motivated by a desire to remove obstacles. Okay, what obstacles we want to remove that prevent the collaborations and thus promotes the sharing of resources and services in scientific and engineering applications. What does I meant to say in the sense, the implemented software supports grid infrastructure management. It provides the tools for building new web services in Java, C and one more like Python. It builds a powerful standard. Okay, it builds a powerful standard based security infrastructure and the client application programming interfaces in different languages, and it offers the comprehensive command line programs for accessing various grid services. In that, we can say the Globus toolkit was initially motivated to motivate by the desire to remove the obstacles and that prevent the collaborations, and thus promotes the sharing of resources as well as services in scientific and engineering applications. What does here the shared resources? It can be like computers, storage, data, and services and networks, and the science instruments. For examples like science instruments, for examples like sensors and so on. The shared resources can be computers like storage, data, services, networks, and science instruments. For example, you can say sensors and so on. This is the software supports, what this supports, what it prevents, what that standard based security infrastructures and client application programming interfaces, and it offers like the command line programs for accessing various grid services here. Okay, now we can see the globus toolkit for architecture, or we can see the globus toolkit for library. Now later we discuss the globus toolkit is the globus toolkit architecture. Here we can see this diagram explains you that the globus toolkit implements the following standards. Here the globus toolkit is a grid middleware software that supports grid infrastructure management. We look at this diagram here, all of you. This is nothing but Globus Toolkit GT4 supports distributed and cluster computing services. The figure shows you Globus Toolkit, what it supports, the distributed and cluster computing services. Okay, now we can see what the main grid, what that Globus Toolkit implements the following standards here in the sense OGSA, in the sense Open Grid Service Architecture, and one more Open Grid Service Infrastructure, and WSRF, in the sense Web Services Resource Framework, and we can say one more Job Submission Description Language, and we can say DRMAA, in the sense Distributed Resource Management Application API. Okay, and then we can the Globus Toolkit implemented web service management and web service based notification and simply object access protocol and web service description languages. These are all our grid security infrastructure. These are all Globus Toolkit implements that standards. Okay, here initially we can say that here what it supports, Globus Toolkit supports distributed and cluster computing services. In the sense here, Globus toolkit was initially motivated by a desire to remove the obstacles that prevents the seamless collaboration and the sharing of resources and services in scientific and engineering applications. Previously, I told you what are the shared resources. It like can be computers and storage, data networks, services, and science instruments. For example, sensors and so on. Okay, here what does the figure explains you in the sense the Globus library version, Globus toolkit 4 is a concept, is conceptually what that shown in the figure. In the sense, look at this diagram, all of you, once it's clearly. First of all, here we can see the topmost layer, that is nothing but applications. What more we can say? Applications. And then we can see the first layer, high level services and tools. What tools? High level services and tools. And the middle layer is here core services. What services here? core services, and then final layer is nothing but local services. What services? Local services. Here the figure explains you Global's toolkit. It supports distributed and cluster computing services. What that Global's toolkit for offers? Here see the middle level. Like middle level is nothing but core services in grid applications. The high level services, here look at these high level services and tools, such as we can have MPI and Condor G and Nirod or G, are developed by third parties for general purpose distributed computing applications. Here we can look at this the local servers, such as we can see LSF and TCP and Linux and Condor are at the bottom level. These are all are fundamental tools supplied by other developers. In middleware we can see the core services. The core services we can the GT4 core grid services, that is nothing but the module name. Essentially we can see these functional modules help users to discover the available resources, okay, move data between sites, and we want to manage user credentials, and so on. We want to say the grid middleware standard de facto. The Globus Toolkit 4 is based on industry standard web service technologies, okay. And this is nothing but the concept of Globus Toolkit, ma. Okay, later we can discuss here. The Globus Toolkit offers what that offers here. We can see the description here. The Globus Toolkit 4 offers the middle level core services in grid applications. The high level services and tools such as MPI, Condor Z and Nirod or Z are developed by third parties for general purpose distributed computing applications. So we can see the local services such as LSF and TCP and Linux and Condor are at the bottom level and are fundamental tools supplied by other developers. Already previously I can say you in that diagram, okay. That is the concept of this diagram. Now we can see the fundamental modules. What modules you can see? The functional modules in Globus GT4 library. What are the functional modules? In the sense, what are the service functionalities? Okay, service functionality modules in Globus library. Now we can discuss one by one later. First of all, I can read these one by one. Service functionality. First one we can say the functional modules. These are the functional modules in Globus GT4 library. Okay. Now, first one is Global Resource Allocation Manager, and then the further service functionality is communication, and then grid security infrastructure, and then it monitoring and discovery services, and then health and status, and then global access of secondary storage, and then grid file transfer. Okay, grid file transfer. We can see here, we can see the functional modules in Globus GT4 library. What are the functional modules in Globus GT4 library? We can discuss now. We can discuss the functional description also now. What is that module name also? We can discuss here. First one, the service functionality is Global Resource Allocation Manager. We can module name is nothing but GRAM. Okay, shortcut. And what does the functional description here in the sense? Grid resources accessing and management like hypertext transfer protocol based, and one more service functionality that is nothing but communication. The module name should be communication nexus. That is the functional description of that one, that is unicast and multicast communication. In the sense, uni in the sense the name itself says single cast, and the multicast communication in the sense more than one cast communication. Okay, now we can see the third service functionality is grid security infrastructure. Very important concept also. This is grid security infrastructure. The module name is GSI. What does the functional description in the sense? Authentication and related security services. Authentication, the correct authorized person, and what are the related security services to be planned. Okay, and then the further service functionality is monitoring and discovery service. We can take that module name like MDS. Okay, what does the functional description in the sense? Distributed access. Okay, distributed access to structure and state information. Distributed access to structure and state information. Later we can discuss the service functionality, that is nothing but health and status. Okay, the module name should be HBM, health and status. Okay, what does the functional description here in the sense? Heartbeat monitoring of system components. Heartbeat monitoring of system components. Now coming to the global access of secondary storage. What global access of secondary storage? What does the module name of global access of secondary storage? GAS. That is nothing but a gas. Okay, we want to accessing some grid access of data in a remote secondary storage. In remote secondary storage, the grid accessing of data at a remote secondary storage. And finally we can discuss the last service functionality, that is nothing but grid file transfer. Grid file transfer. The name, the module name, it must and should GFT. Grid, yeah, what GFTP. In the sense, we can learn that grid file transfer protocol. You can know grid FTP. The what does the functional description in the sense? Internode fast file transfer. Okay, we can transfer the files in internode from one node to another node. The interrelation internode, that should be fast file transfer. Okay, what does the figure explains you in the sense? What does the figure explains you in the sense? Here I can explain you, listen carefully. The figure summarizes you the table functional modules in Globus GT4 library. What it discuss in the sense, GT4 Globus toolkit for it, the core grid services by module name. Essentially we can say these functional module help users to discover the available resources. It move the data between sites and manage user credentials and so on. As de facto standard in grid middleware, we can say in grid middleware the Globus toolkit 4 is based on industry standard web service technologies. Industry standard web service technologies it is based on. Here we can see nexus in the sense communication communication is nothing but unicast and multicast communication. It is used for collective communication. And HBM in the sense health and status. We want to monitoring of system components for heartbeat monitoring of resource nodes. Okay, later finally we can discuss the grid file transfer protocol. Okay, it is for we want speeding up the internode file transfers. It is for speeding up internode file transfers. The module here, what does discuss the module of grid, what we want to say, global access of secondary storage, the grid access of data in remote secondary storage. It is used for the purpose of global accessing of secondary storage. It is the concept of the overview of GT4 library. Later in further topic, in later we can discuss the later video, that is nothing but Globus job overflow. Okay, later we discuss the topic Globus job workflow. Okay ma, thank you.